Everybody, today we're gonna make a guide on how oblitus casa works. So let's start off with Willy. Starts at the cam called cam -1, which is right here. I will come. I will try to reach your office.
This man is mine.
And all you have to do is lure him. Just like that. Now when 1.0 you used to not to be like dead, then when it comes to the door. And in this version 2.0 you can actually survive when he comes. As you can see, he's in the door, and you can hear the door sound closing when he comes, like that. So as the night goes on, like at 1 AM, he'll get a little bit faster, because there's an E value that makes him faster every time. This value makes him faster as the night goes on until 4 AM, and at 5 AM he doesn't get faster. That's why in Max most people die here from DP, who has the same thing. Anyways, on to Daisy. See, Daisy, instead of requiring the law to randomly spawn in any camera, and at 20 hours she spawns after 2 cams. As you can see. And if you live here, you can distract me like that. You can't bring the eye. You cannot open the cams until she goes away. She does not appear more often as the night goes on. She just, depending on her AI, she's gonna spawn on a specific amount of cams that you have to use. And that's all about. You just have to use the flash whenever you see her. Onto the face. Now the face is a little bit weird. Instead of applying the cams, the lore or anything, the flash, he actually appears in the attic. You have to shine the light on him 2 times. In 1.0 this was only 1 time, and it took longer to leave that 1 time. So yeah, there's a flash mechanic. Let me just wait for him to come so I can show you. And obviously, if you don't go to him, he's gonna kill you. He has a specific, and as you can see here. However, I believe if you add more characters to the night, it gets faster. You can clearly notice that in Nightmare and here, where he instantly spawns them when you lure William Dippy and the Flash Mini Cam Night. It definitely spawns faster with more animatronics. That's onto PN Mini, Photonegative Mini. She works the same as Daisy, except that she doesn't have a spawn. You have to keep her away for this. She spawns here. However, if you read the flash, won't work unless she stands down. Well, you can actually learn now, as you can see here. And she also has a mechanic, but she moves faster in cams 1 and 7. I don't know why is that, but you know, gotta learn her. I think she also has the faster as night goes on mechanic. I don't really know. I've never really noticed any. I've not really noticed her getting faster as the night goes on. Like she seems to be appearing at the same time as expected. Maybe it's a bit of a frames change rather than a noticeable change. Anyways, we have Pete now. Pete is the complete opposite of the face. He will appear in there, same as the face, when doing the carpet. However, instead of flashing him, you should not use the flash, otherwise he'll insta-kill you. You can see it. If I use the flash, he's gonna kill me. So this makes face and Pete look like this. Let me show. Well, the nicer player probably have them both there. So we still have to go to the attic to actually know who is here. Because if it's the face, he'll kill you. It's not, you don't really know. And as you can see here, it was the face. Means I should go and flash. We do not know if there isn't any different indicator that the face or Pete are here. They have to match them manually. Is on to the final character of the main tunes. The Pete is the same as Willy, but goes the opposite direction, which is backward. You start camp 7, like the -1 camp, but instead of going to camp 1, he's gonna go to camp 8. Why is he going to camp 8, you might ask? Well, he wants to go to camp 8 to kill you. He wants to break the window. Okay. So if you get lost, if you lose him, you're screwed, basically. So that's why So if you learn him here, you're not gonna be, you are gonna die. Which gives you a nice idea, as with Willy, might seem that hard. However, you can use 3 camps specifically to match. Those are cam 1, cam 7, and camp 5, which is the bath. Why these camp? Because well, it will take 3 movements to get you here in camp 5, and Dipper will get 4 movements. At camp 1, it's 2 movements for Willy and 3 movements. And here, it's 4 movements for Willy. 1, 2, 3. 4 movements, yeah. And for Dippy, it's 2. That's why the last 2 minutes of the night will feel like, as you have to learn first here for the first 2 hours, then here, and finally here. And that's all you have to do here. Now has all the main cast tunes. Now there is one character specifically. Who is it? It's someone in the note known as Belai. She essentially tries to draw herself to get alive, and she'll make everyone 2 times faster. It almost makes the night impossible. Unless if you have watched the luffuus video, which makes you think it isn't possible. So as she will keep drawing herself. But if she really draws with her, we're gonna get this. Let me just make her pencil sound for a second. All you have to just erase it. I don't have to show it. She's gonna be here screaming like crazy and making the cast 2 times fast. Now before going to the creepypastas, or even those dudes, or those, we're gonna talk about some. This is a guide Henry gives you to actually win. Basically, you're gonna, for example, hear him here. You can hear him now. You have to get the key, get back to the exit. And all you have to do is just that, basically. You have to get the key. However, here, you can notice our gas is a bit faster than usual. Because he is. He's 9%. He has a speed of 9%, which is as fast as the player. This is used to make the player this is designed to ensure the player doesn't easily run away. Basically. That's all about it. I got caught here for I couldn't really win. Then we have night 5. This night is weird. It doesn't have the main cast. So it has only one single mic. Whose mother she doesn't have eyes. That means if she has eyes, you should flash her. If not, you should lure her. You can understand what I'm talking about. Like right now she doesn't have eyes. However, now she has. There isn't more face. You have to deal with them a total of 6 times to get her. Now you can see she doesn't have eyes, which means I should lure her. And she doesn't have eyes now. However, here, mother is gonna appear. We all have flesh. Which, if you don't, here's what's gonna happen. You're just gonna disable or camp. Not temporarily. Not temporarily, though. She's gonna disable for the entirety of the night. They used to have this mechanic, but temporary in 1.0. But right now we're not in 1.0, so in face you have to do them really fast. However, you might think we're done. We just have to deal with this. But we're really not done. Also, here's the mechanic where it's like Pete. However, you have to not go there. It makes it so that you already know that she's there. As if you go here while she's there, you're basically getting insecure. No matter if you flash the light, go, doesn't matter. No matter if you flash the light or not, or even go, it's gonna kill you no matter what. That's why we are. However, we're still not done. Why? Let me show you 3 AM, and then we'll actually see if we're done. Just wait for a minute, and then I'll show you what actually happens. Getting there shortly. Let me just show you what actually happens. Whoa, what actually happened? So, make good sense to this monster, which is phase 2. Now here he faked actually, and then I go to another account, he just faked. Oh, now he's back. So as you can see, now he's actually back. And way harder than expected. And that's about it. Night 5. She just gets faster and in 3 AM and she almost has half of the movement time in phase 1. Night 6 is just a way harder version of Night 5. And that's it. Alright, now we can talk about post-mortem. So we have, if we're talking about any character, you haven't hit a specific hit amount for every night. If you want a second chance, this is the second chance challenge in order to stay alive. Night 1 you have 3, which is a scripted death. Night 2 you have 4, night 3 you have 4, night 4 you have 5, and night 5 and 6 you don't have a second chance. And also in any of the max modes in custom night you also have to collect 5 mechanics. So they're putting every single cam that you know in this place, except for cam 9, obviously. As you can see, here's a Mickey. If I click on it, this is also a cant. And you have to keep collecting in order to win. Because here, just wait. What is that count? What is that? Now what makes this hard are these dudes. I'll just click. Shade P&M. You have to stab YBF for him to go when he enters your office. How do you know he entered? It's from here. Weird. Let me make it smaller so I can actually explain what happened. While collecting heads, I have to stab your best friend. No, I'm joking. It's just YBF I have to stab. Like, just wait a minute. And he's gone. And that's what I have to do for him. Shade Oswald is the same, but he appears on the sides of the office. He's a bit hard to see, but you can easily see him if you have high brightness. These are basically the same, but this dude appears on the sides of the office. Now we can go to Shade Donald. In 20i, he has a around 42% chance of possessing a Mickey. The other 58% is for the Mickey to be actual like this one. You can hear a glitchy sound to know if the head is glitched or not. Like this. If you click on it, and that's all about him. Shade Mini and Shade Wolf, let's just explain them in one go, as they're not a threat, really. So Shade Mini and they appear on the cam. Let her just appear for my eyes. See, you just have to stop. And that's all you have to do for it. However, Shade Goofy will make his way where they can. Let's go scam 7. Flash. If you don't, he isn't gonna kill you. He's gonna steal YBF, which means which means you're dead, basically. In other means, when playing through limbo or any of these things, you are basically dead. Risk for goof, you just have flash in the halls. You cannot get your YBF. Also, I think you just have flash as you can see, I didn't flash. Wait a second. You have YBF. Why? Because he stole it from me. And there's no way you can get him back. And Champion just keeps appearing random every cam. That's short movement. Had a short movement timer, which appears one. So every time she just appears, you just flip the cam. You just flip the cam basically. Like that. Shade Mini is a bit weird. Her description says, collect big hands and the camera, do not take long. It sounds like the guide to collect cams, not another character or mechanic. Let me just show you. So basically, you have to constantly collect heads in the camera. Otherwise, in a certain amount of time, she will just kill you. However, this is really long, like really stupidly long, because I even have 4 of them at this point, you know. But she does have a chance that will get her killed most from her most of the time. I'm not sure what that challenge is. Oh yeah, she also starts in Cam 9. This challenge is false. This challenge means you cannot say why we accidentally connect or accidentally collect a fake dot. So as you can see here, you cannot. Let me show you that with where's she done? Hold on for a minute. Yeah, like she just insta kills you. There's no way you can even win. See? That's all about it for the post-mod. Now on to the creepypastas. These challenges will make you unlock these characters. Except for Cabin Face and Corruptus, which Corruptus gets unlocked by beating this, and Cabin Face gets unlocked by just beating Night 5, you know. At one point out you speed Night 6 that didn't have Make instead, it's just a normal Night 4 cast, but different notch. Where he was even here. So let's go to Jeff now. Jeff, that's what can. While avoid. What does avoiding exactly mean, though? Is when a kid comes to the hole, which you know he did, becomes 2 and 7. That flash only has one more thing, which is if it comes in the office, it stands still instead of flashing. So this big cameras were avoiding him, which probably means you just have to flash him if you see the noise or stand still. Stand still isn't a control key, you just not move at all. Let me just take it real quick. Like this, basically. He's gonna disappear. Now I have to mention that he does get more and more aggressive as your boot camps. The 5 camp being his fastest ever pace. Now onto the girl Slender. Now he has 3 page spawns in the entire night. Head there, head to this right here. Check if there was a page. If there isn't, you got page spawn type 3. Which, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna leave a link in the description to a nikofrost documents about this game, which was also gonna include this page spawn number 3. You can see for yourself to know how to beat the night easily, which I definitely use. Shout out to him, by the way. He's one of the best players I've ever seen in this game. Anyways, once you get a single page, he's gonna start to see him. He was dead. All I have to do is avoid. There's a random page spawn everywhere, and so you have to avoid him. Which brought me inside to the opposite side of him. If you see him. Now the page spawns all around, except for a single page spawn. Here's exactly on the key door, not as usual at the top. This is a guaranteed spawn no matter what you do. So it's basically just avoiding him. I recommend picking the last page, which is always a guaranteed spawn. I always have an advice to always up as the last one to avoid any wasting time because of the wrong page spawns. And that's all I pretty much recommend for this site. And that's all you need to know about this site. Let me just quit quick. Then we can go to Smile. Now I have beaten this hard mode, so I'm gonna explain it real quick. But all those 3 I haven't beaten it yet, even though they're really easy. So just see the documents of nikofrost to actually know what's happening. So anyways, let's go to Smiley Dog. Let's go. basically you have to wipe out his entire face, entire mouth. Let me try real quick. Maybe lock him. He'll spawn in the camps, but you have to flash him 3 times. Well, I really messed up. Wait. You have to flash him 3 times at the cams. You have to flash him 3 times at the cams if you see him. But if you don't, you have to go to the alley and flash him with the light. You can see he's spawned. Now just you will lose your sanity more and more as if you don't find him. If you don't find him fast enough, you will die. As you can see, he's here. He disappeared. If I scratch his notepad, and that's all you have to do to actually block the cat. And that's it. Also, I haven't mentioned that, but every creepypasta unlocks a specific character. Here it's Oswald, I think. Yeah, it is Oswald. For Jeff, it's P&M. For Slenderman, it's less. No, not less. Yeah, it is Suster. And for Isles Jack, it's just Facebook. Think about it. So for Isles Jack, you really need to hear it. You cannot win that. You have to hear him. So basically need to flash him 5 times, which I really suck at, and I won by luck because of that, so I'm not really gonna try to beat him like this. Yeah, I really suck. If you want, again, if you want more information about this, just search. Just see the documents of nikofrost. Shout out to him. You can either see him from luffuus video, or also shout out to him, or you can just see it. You can just see it from my video. I'll drop a link. So basically, these 3 characters will get somewhat of a faster kill timer every time. No, well, actually not. This guy will appear more often as your beard counts. I will have a faster kill timer. Same thing. Slenderman will be faster to teleport. He has faster valves to teleport, which is at the maximum amount of pages. I think it's 6 or 7. He has 152S, which probably stands for speed. A small lag if you don't read his pictures. If his notepad, he's gonna have a bit of disadvantage when you come back and read it again, and if you don't flash him as fast as possible, there's a sanity bar that makes him come back more often if you don't flash him. So because I don't know about this, let's explain my log here. Now, I'm not gonna beat this. It's really hard. You thought I beat it. Jump. So it's the same as the other one. However, you can use RNG to play, which I used to beat this night and made me regret it. Just say that. see. You can either flash him 6 times, or he can go to the attic after 3 flashes. Like this right now. Oh, he's actually like, wait for a second. Hold on a second. As you can see, he's right there after 3 flashes. Now he's gonna appear 6 times. There's not any RNG that lets me appear something. And yeah, that's. You can use RNG to adapt it like I did right now to actually beat the night. However, I really recommend this and just get, my advice is just to get good and win normally. And that's all about creepypastas and everything. And now let's go to those characters. Cabin Face, P&M, Lester, Oswald, IB, Micmac, and Corruptus. Let's start with Cabin Face. Now he appears, I think, at the same time as the face. And he also has that faster type mechanic where if you add more power, he's gonna be faster to manage things. You're gonna hear the normal attic sound that the face makes, however, with a bit of bug. What does that mean? This means you're gonna have to pick an eye while it's still flashing cabin face. Alright, click. So hold on a second. Here. That's it. So he caused me one of the most stupidest deaths I've ever seen in my life. Which was, hold on a second. Which was a 545 death on this. I was playing really good and I was like magic things, but when I thought I picked it up, I got screwed and died. So I have a lot of advice for this. Do not, and I mean by do not, think you have picked it up. This can make you reset a great run that would have made you beat the max mode, I think. So my recommendation is to hear the picking sound instead of just thinking you picked it. Anyways, P&M and us. Wait. So I'm gonna explain P&M alone, even though they have the same mechanic, because they have different paths. That's why I am gonna explain P&M first. P&M. Let's start at Cam 8. Cashier. And also start the same camp. And then go here, but it doesn't go here. It goes here. What does it want? Simple. Cam shut out. And that's it. And True Nightmare no postmortem, or even True Nightmare itself, you kind of have to learn how to sync Minion and Daisy will together so they don't off sync, basically. That's a huge reason why. Also, the cams reset after 34 seconds, which doesn't seem too long, and honestly, it isn't really that long, you know? And that's it about P&M, basically. It's just, he and Oswald aren't hard in any means. They're literally similar to Inkblot. It's just that many off-syncing Minion and Daisy and Schreiber makes them one of the hardest characters to deal with. Yo, and also if you go to the attic, if you wanna go to the attic and they're there, and Cam Face is also there, and good luck surviving. Anyways, on to Oswald. It's sort of the same as P&M, Casino right here. Then we'll go to Cam 2, like this. Or instead of going to Cam 4, he's gotta go to Cam 3, which makes it a little hard to sync them together. He's gonna appear on the side. Either on this side or this side, he's gonna appear. And we have to shut off the cam in about 5 seconds, I think. So, he's here. He's not gonna go here, or even here. He's just gonna go here. He's here. I shut off the cam, he's gone. That's all about it. Then we have Celester. It's weird. As instead of killing you, yeah, it just doesn't kill. What it does instead to make your vision like True Nightmare challenges and Five Nights at Chicken Cheese. Where is he? I think he missed. So wait a minute. So he's gonna make that weird sound, cause he's a voodoo doll, literally. That's trying to be a human. And if you look at him more, you can see your vision is becoming more of True Nightmare challenge. Now I'm just joking. Your vision just becomes way worse than usual. Maybe even worse than True Nightmare challenges itself. So all you have to do is just do this. As you can see, he's making up. You can hear that. That's what made me die. So I could not see well where the Bible was. I thought I picked it up when it was coming down like this. When I picked it up here, it just did not do that. See, he's gonna appear. Let's do that. It's also really hard to know if it's paint or fakes. Like for example, pass up here, Warriors Celester. You think he came here. He came here. Now this slows your reaction time also a lot, by the way. Let me just show you what Max said it looks like. Just wait a bit. So this is what Max Santa looks like. I'm literally dying right now, man. I'm trying to lure Will and Dippy, and then I go to a attic. I don't know what is having going on. I just don't know. See, I cannot know what is here at all. I cannot pick the cafe. It just kills me. So all you have to do is just don't look at it. You can after actually going out from the attic and like try for example, you can like you go out, you flick your mouse here so he can go away, which is really helpful. And also if you're dealing with William DP and then Richie, like you can try to not deal with them straight away and again flick your mouse and flash. You can also pay them out to appear before expected for him not to kill you. Anyways, now we have Inkblot Mick. Also, one thing I didn't mention about Oswald and P&M is that if they both appear at the same time, you have to shove 2 camps. It doesn't count for a single camp. Anyways, Elpine will appear here and make a creepy laugh. You just have Blake. However, his kill time is really stupid. Let me just see. You can't even blink in the attic. However, between transitions, you cannot blink. You cannot blink between transitions. This kill timer is really stupid. I do not recommend and I do not recommend it for using any stalling time. You know. And that's all about him. He has a really short kill timer for literally no reason. That's why you may be a destroyer of the cast. You're still gonna die to this dude a lot more than you usually have. Also, when he's appearing like a ghost, you can blink at the first frame. Wait, just let me show. Like this. He doesn't make it that because his count time is so short that if he did this, he would have been the hardest character in the game. And that's it. Finally, we have Corruptus, who also starts at a camp that is -1. His fakes will appear throughout the building. These are fakes. If you see it, you see him start to progress, and it breaks everything apart, basically. It breaks every single thing apart. Damn, a lot of things break. You can literally see the outside of the building because of him. So basically, you go from camp 5. You need 5 movements. There are 5 movements. -1, camp 5. Then 1. Then camp 3, camp 6, and finally, you're dead. It literally makes everything blurry. You're just gonna die, basically. He has a timer of 1 second to for his copies to make him progress. But this 1 second is a bit weird than usual. Let me just show you something really magic. You see, if you're rolling Willy or Dippy Or Daisy shows up. Let me just show you. So basically, if you lure Willie and Dippy, his timer pauses, which is fair, honestly. As if he didn't have his timer freezing here, he would have been dead. So here, I'm showing you. I think I messed up a bit, but let me show you something. Basically, yes. However, there's an even better moments where his timer just freezes. This is where Daisy comes in play. See, in night mode, you might think, and I mean true night, you might think you're cooked when Daisy and Minnie and Corruptus's copies are in the same camp, but you're not. Let me just show you what actually happens. Oh wait, remote. Accidentally click. Let me just show you what happens. So wait a minute, I'm showing the... I cannot really see. Let me show you. Wait a minute. So as you can see, Crimson did not progress. Why didn't he? Well, it's because Daisy prevents him to do so when he's at the same camp as her. I don't know why I mentioned Minnie here, but I mean in Driver. This is why you usually don't die. This is why you usually don't die. Because he's really forgiving sometimes. That it's not even fun. And that's it. Let me talk about one more thing before I end the video. For example, like the channel. Like, what is this team ratings? What is... Also, if it happened on the balance. Anyways, this doesn't matter. Okay. Let me show you something. There is a secret Lisa call in any of the nights, I think. You basically want to click a bit and the phone call here. Let me try to actually trigger this. Ah, yeah, here it is. This is a distorted call, I believe.
There, right?
I understand
I hope
lore.
you don't think I'm crazy, but I couldn't exactly
But
blame you.
and this probably last call
I spent a
for
while thinking about
well, our
if
gods, you
there
know.
really was something after. And maybe I should be glad there's something at all.
This is one of the
But
Easter was one of
I
the
just,
few Easter eggs
Jake,
that you know.
I still don't know if I'm talking to you.
There's
But if you
another
argue,
Easter egg here.
I'm begging you,
There's
please
another
don't forget
Easter
about me.
egg here with
At least tell me
the third phrase 5 nightmare animatronic. Let me just try a bit good to actually get it. Hold on a second. Let me try good. Seems not to be appearing. Hey, I'm gonna try for 1 more minute and then see what happens.
You're not very nice.
So this is real appearing, but it's Return Freddy's 5 character. Let me try to show some Easter eggs and extras. Let me find them. Try at least try to. This is more a really rare Easter egg, which is original from the. You carry it by yourself. I cannot read this. It's Mouse AVI, basically. It's a creepy version of Mickey Mouse. It has a really low chance of spike at one of the cams. I think take cam 3 or cam 2, I think. And that's it, you know. And there's also a Funtime P&M character that does a random voice line cam 5. And also a headless animatronic that can appear in which cam? Hold on. There's a headless animatronic that can appear in one of the cams. This cam 2. And one can appear. I got a great chance to appear actually. Here there's a headless animatronic. And here there's a Funtime P&M character. And that's all for oblitus casa 2.0 explained. Also, I didn't mention that, but the grids of the tunnel get bigger and bigger as in each time. The first being 3 grid, then 4, 5, and then 6 grids. And that's all about oblitus casa explained in 2.0. specifically 2.05. I hope you all had a great time seeing this guide, and thanks for watching. See you later.